Welcome to this channel, and in this video we're going to be looking at a question on application of derivatives. That's in preparation for Maths 103 exam. So if you are given f of x equal to 2x to the power 3 negative 3x squared plus 1, and you are asked for the interval of increase. If you've not watched my video on how to determine the set of values for which a function increases or decreases, do well to watch it, right, so that I have a clear understanding. So the first step is to get the first derivative of the function, and what happens here, 3 comes down, it becomes 2 times 3x to the power 3 minus 1, then negative 3 times 2x to the power 2 minus 1, and then remember that the differential of the constant is what, 0. So the first derivative of x is equal to 6x squared negative 6x, right? And then for a function to increase, right, that means that the first derivative should be greater than 0. From there we can now derive the set of values of x for which it increases. So what we simply need to do is to solve the equation 6x squared minus 6x greater than 0, right? So you can see that 6x is common, right? So 6x into 6x squared divided by 6x is what? It's going to give us x, alright? And then negative 6x divided by 6x is what? 1, greater than 0. So all you need to do is to solve this inequality, and to solve this inequality you can simply equate each component to 0. So equate 6x to 0, equate x negative 1 to 0, and that will be that x is equal to 0, because if you divide through by 6 you have 0, and then adding 1 to both sides you have that x is equal to 1, right? Or you can move negative 1 to the right to become positive 1. So then you then draw a number line, positive infinity, negative infinity, and then the 2 points 0 and 1. So let's say here is 0, let's say here is 1, and then we testing for values that are less than 0, right? For example, minus 1. If you substitute minus 1 into this inequality, what do we have? We have 6 into negative 1 into negative 1 negative 1, and that will be what? Negative 6 into negative 2, and that is what? Positive 12, and positive 12 is greater than 0, so we can see that this region is okay. Then test for any value that is greater than 0, right? Test for any value greater than 0, that's in between 0 and 1. For example, we use 0.5, right? If you substitute 0.5 in this function, what are you going to have? It's going to be what? 6 into 0.5 into 0.5 minus 1, and 6 times 0.5 is 3. 0.5 minus 1 is minus 0.5, and 3 times minus 0.5 is negative 1.5, and negative 1.5 is not greater than 0. So this region is what? Wrong. Then we test for any value greater than 1, for example 2 or 3. If you substitute 3 into this function, what will you have? Into the inequality, you have 6 into 3 into 3 minus 1, which is what? 18 times 2, which is 36, and 36 is greater than 0. So we can approve this region. So basically the solution to this inequality is what? From negative infinity towards 0, because all values less than negative, that's all values less than 0 give us a positive result, while those that are greater also give us what? Greater than 1 give a positive result. So that will be negative infinity to 0 union 1 to infinity, and that is the answer to the question, right? Thank you so much for watching this video, right? If you have any questions as concerns this, please do well to contact me. My number is on the screen, and then if you want a private tutoring session one-on-one, do well to check the link in the description section to book a class. Thanks once again. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe, like, share, comment. Have a nice day.